Hello and welcome to IIHM Global Studio. This is your host Kevin Paul.
And this is Adil Khan. Today we have with us Chef Terry from Namibia. So Kevin, would you like to start?
Sure, Adil, we will. So Chef Terry, this is the first question, and that is, how do you feel after traveling post-COVID?
Good afternoon, and thank you for having me here. It's an absolute honor to be back in India and to be back in this fantastic complex, the global campus. It's fantastic here, and it's amazing to be able to climb on a plane, fly across the world, and arrive in such an amazing country and feel like it was yesterday that I was last year. So I'm so excited and I'm so happy to be part of this whole event that we are participating in, and just to be able to get out and reconnect with people and connect with new people, new chefs, new friends, new colleagues. It's amazing. It really is.
So Chef, what are the changes in the career of a chef after, like how has the pandemic affected them? Has it affected them in a good way or in a bad way?
Well, those that are still in the industry,
Yes.
I think have become more resilient. They've become more resourceful. We've learned to do a lot more with a lot less,
Okay.
and to appreciate what we have. And when customers arrive, with that more open and with that more willing to assist them, because we appreciate the effort that they've made to come out after spending so long without having customers in our restaurants and in our hotels. It's amazing just to be able to see people coming back, wanting to travel, wanting to connect, and we as chefs are what make it happen.
What do you think about the demand of chefs in this industry in today's world?
It's in huge demand. There are a lot of chefs that have gone into other industries, have left the businesses because of COVID. And I was talking to a friend of mine in Canada. They're looking for 1,500 chefs tomorrow. If 1,500 chefs could apply tomorrow, they would take them.
Absolutely.
In Namibia, we are horribly short of qualified chefs, and we're sitting with a similar predicament. We're looking at about 1,500 to 2,000 chefs, qualified chefs, that we need to work in our establishments. So the demand is high. If you have the skills and you have the passion and you are prepared to put in the hours, there is no shortage of work in our industry now. And you can go so much further. You can do so much better. Germany is desperate for chefs. France is desperate for chefs. So you can travel. You can see the world. I've got students that applied for positions in Germany, and within 3 weeks they were now sitting in Germany working. And normally that process takes 3 to 4 months from Namibia. So the people are desperate for chefs. There is plenty of opportunities out there, and chefs can make a name for themselves now. We're in that position where you can come up and say, I'm here, I'll take this and make it mine. So it's a fantastic opportunity we're in at the moment.
All right. So in terms of hospitality education, the human touch is very much necessary. So what do you have to say about being replaced by digitization?
Well, I mean, you can replace your ordering system with a digital form, but you can't replace the touch of a chef on the food that he prepares. It cannot be automated.
Yes.
And end up tasting and being presented the way
Yes.
a chef can do it. If you have that passion and you have that skill and that understanding of flavors and textures and aromas, and a machine won't be able to replace that. There will always be that human connection with food, and that's never going to change. And I think that's what's amazing about our industry. It is centuries old, but that human touch will never change. It was there in the past, and it will be there in the future. And that's a fact.
That's a fact.
So when you first landed in Bengal, what was the first thing that attracted you?
Where can I get a cup of masala chai?
Masala chai. Okay, that is one of your favorites.
I love it. I love it.
Okay. Have you had any type of other chai with masala chai in terms of like other types of availability?
I like the milky tea as well, that you have at breakfast. I mean, always have a cup or 2 or 3 when I have breakfast. But masala chai is my favorite. So,
Alright.
and you need to buy it in the street.
Right in the street,
Yes.
In the street.
Home cooked is not acceptable.
No.
All right. So, being a part of the Bengal Summit, how does it feel?
As I said when I introduced myself, it's amazing, and it's an absolute privilege to be invited. I feel often one feels quite insignificant. You in your country, you're doing your thing, you're busy with whatever you have, and then you get this invite to attend such a huge event that is global, and it's humbling.
All right.
And you don't even have to consider the invitation. It is an immediate yes, I'm there. How can I help? What can I do? Let me make a contribution. It's absolutely incredible. Not only are we reconnecting with chefs that we've met in previous trips to India, but connecting with new chefs that we've met, and over a period of 1 or 2 days, you form this bond that will last for a lifetime. And I know for a fact that through the process of the summit, we are going to make so many friends, and we're going to make so many connections, and the whole chefing family, the global chef family, is just growing, and your connections are just getting better and better, and the memories that we can share, it's you have to live it to believe it. It's absolutely amazing.
You spoke about masala chai as one of your favorite beverages. So, in terms of dishes, do you prefer any Indian dishes? Do you have any favorites?
All of
All of them. Okay.
I
That's
love-
a plus point for us then.
it is. I mean, I lived in Durban,
Okay.
in South Africa, for 18 years, and I grew up enjoying Indian dishes there.
Indian dishes.
But coming to India, the different flavors of spices, the different blends of spices, it's amazing. It's biryani is fantastic. The fish is amazing that we're eating at the moment. It is incredible. I just love it. So any dish that has good spices in it, prepared with lots of love and care, can't go wrong.
Coming to Namibia, sir, would you like to tell us any of your favorite dishes in terms of Namibian dishes? Your favorite that you would like to prepare for anyone?
I've got so many favorites. We've got some fantastic ingredients. Unfortunately, they are extremely seasonal and very dependent on good rainfalls.
Okay.
So we've got these giant mushrooms.
All right.
They can get up to 1.2, 1.5 kilograms each.
Okay.
And they grow on termite mounds. So they don't grow in the field in under trees and whatnot. The specific termite mounds, they actually start in the larder of the termite mound. So the root can be up to 1.2 meters long. It works its way up through the termite mound, and they open up. They are fantastic. We've got truffles that grow in the Kalahari Desert. So in the red sand dunes of the Kalahari, good rainfall in summer, late summer rain, a nice cold winter, and we get these amazing truffles. They're much milder than the European truffles, much lighter in color, but absolutely fabulous to be prepared. We've got street food called kapana, which is basically a very spicy mix. So Namibians, we eat a lot of starch.
Okay.
And we complement that with a lot of spice. So kapana is any form of meat that is cooked on an open fire in thin strips, and that's cut up, and it's dusted heavily with a good mix of spices, and we then eat that with a tomato and onion salad. We eat it with what we call vet koek. That's Afrikaans for a fat cake. It's because it's basically a dough that has been fried in oil, and we eat it either savory or sweet. So often we'll put apricot jam and cheese in it as a sweet component,
Yes.
and often we have the kapana with it,
Okay.
or we make a curried mince type of dish and we add that to it. So there's so many different dishes. There's wild spinach that we have. We've got fantastic asparagus that grows at the coast, and it grows in the dune sand,
Okay.
and it's kept moist with the mist that comes in from the ocean. So it's got a very distinct flavor. It's got a lot more mineral concentrations. So absolutely incredible if it's fried or grilled over an open coals, along with a good piece of meat and vegetables. So it's fantastic. So there's so many dishes I'd like to share.
Mm.
I'm definitely going to be making the kapana
Okay.
for the summit.
You look forward to that.
Yes. The fat cakes I'm making as well, and I'm going to be making 2 types of porridges that are served alongside, and I'm making a spinach and peanut dish with a bit of chili in there. Lovely.
Yes. So, Chef Terry, you've come to Calcutta. So, is there any to-do lists over here in Calcutta?
Well, this morning I did one of the to-do lists, and that was go to the market. So we were at the new market this morning,
Okay.
got to see the sights and sounds. We got to have some chai masala. It was masala chai, so it was absolutely fabulous. That is definitely, that was on my to-do list. And yeah, so
Are you looking forward to have more to-do lists?
this is so much to do.
There's
So little time.
So little time. So, Chef, one last question I'd like to ask you is that who has been your inspiration to be a chef or to choose this line of expertise?
That's a tough one.
Okay.
I'm going to be giving my age away a little bit when I say this, but when I was a youngster, there were no TV chefs, there was no celebrity chefs, there was no social media. But from a very, very young age, I loved cooking. I was 6 when I started preparing dishes for the family in the kitchen,
Okay.
making what we call a braai, which is you would know it as a barbecue. So that is a very popular form of cooking, and especially on weekends. It's very family orientated. Everyone stands around. Everyone has something to say about the way you're turning the meat, but it's part of it. And I've always known from a very young age that this is what I love doing. I love food.
Okay.
I think I was 9 when I was kicked out off the buffet of a restaurant because I was eating too much for the amount of money my parents were paying.
Oh no.
So I have a huge appetite, and I love trying new dishes, and I love experimenting with flavors and tastes and textures and learning from others. At my age, I'm still learning. I've been in the industry over 35 years, and I'm still learning. Every day I learn something new, and that's what's amazing about this, and that's what keeps people like myself and a lot of other chefs that you know, Chef John and Chef Arby and Chef George and some of our new friends like Chef Oscar from Mexico. We love food, and we love working with it, and we love taking raw ingredients and creating something substantial out of it that people can, that it not only they enjoy it, but it nourishes people.
Yes.
So that's one of the key things I think we need to get back to is food is medicine, and if we can nourish people with healthy, nutritious, appealing, and tasty dishes, half our battle is won, because there's less work for the medical fraternity to do. It makes their job that much easier because we're also complementing their skills and their services through dishes that we create. And I think the other thing that I'm really enjoying at the moment is sustainability, and how important sustainability is in our industry. And COVID has actually enhanced that, the need for sustainability, the need to make sure that we don't waste our resources, our ingredients, that we make the most of our ingredients. And I find now that chefs are starting to use parts of vegetables and ingredients that they would have otherwise thrown away. And we're making incredible dishes from offcuts and from what we would have considered waste 2 years ago or 3 years ago. Send it to the compost heap. We're not going to use it. Now we're cooking with it. Now we're serving it. And I think that's what that's the message I'd like to get out, is that sustainability and utilizing our ingredients and our resources to the best that we can is just going to improve our world and our living standards, and it'll also help reduce costs at the end of the day. That's basically. I don't know. What else can I say?
So
Have I overstayed my welcome?
So
that was Chef.
yeah, so that is all we have today. This was Chef Terry with us today, and this is Kevin signing off.
And this is Adil signing off.
And this is Chef Terry. I'll be here for a few more days if anybody has anything else.